Opposites of Frack is the fifth episode of the 26th season of The Simpsons, directed by Matthew Nastuk, and I have to praise The Simpsons for tackling fracking. It's obviously a very big issue. It's something a lot of people are very passionate about campaigning against, and anything that raises awareness about it, or about why it's not a great thing, is obviously doing a really good job. But in terms of being an interesting episode, I found it to be really boring. It started off quite well. Patty and Selma have to stay at the Simpsons' house, and Homer is determined to catch them smoking, because if they smoke once, they're out. Indoors, that is. And this leads to Bart and Lisa discovering that Mr. Burns is fracking. And I thought, okay, this setup works really well. Everything's going in the right direction. The pacing's quite good. This could be interesting. It just stopped being interesting. Kind of, once the narrative was actually revealed, that's when I found it to be quite boring. I didn't care for what happened afterwards. I didn't care for Mr. Burns's weird or kind of random romantic relationship. And the actual events were just really dull. So I can't say it's a terrible episode, because anything that says, hey, these are some bad things about fracking, is doing at least something good. But in terms of being entertaining, I wasn't entertained. So for me, I didn't really care for it. We have Jane Fonda as Maxine Lombard, which is pretty cool. Character of Maxine Lombard wasn't too bad, but I feel like Mr. Burns' relationship was, I don't know. Again, I didn't care for it. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate this episode. That's absolutely true. But I just didn't love it. I came away from it kind of feeling like I have to praise it slightly, because it's delivering some really important messages. But I think it could have been more entertaining. I think maybe if Homer wasn't quite so heavily involved in the narrative the way he was, and if they'd maybe taken a different angle, I have no suggestions for what that angle could be, but I think that that's kind of why I didn't like it. I didn't like the direction they took, rather than the fact that it was about fracking, because I think that's, important, and it could have been different, and I think I would have liked it more. But either way, credit to The Simpsons for addressing something really quite controversial, but in a way that I think was very well done. I may not have found it entertaining, but I think they handled it in the best possible way. So, not a personal favourite, but it's not a bad episode.